Welcome back to Guitarlele Tutorials. Today we are going to look at how to play Jambalaya by Hank Williams. This song is really nice. It has a nice groove that attracts you, and it also has a country melody. So uh, listen to it once. I will put a link into the description box. So listen to it once. It will attract you. It will take you there. Okay, just because of its groove, right? Okay, so before I go into the groove, I'll just tell you the chords. It uses two simple chords. So one is the G major chord. So once again, if we are going to play the G major chord, our second finger goes on the second fret of the first string, our first finger goes on the second fret of the third string, and our third finger goes on the third fret of the second string, right? So that's G major chord. The C major chord, you can use any version. You can use the regular version. So the third finger on the third fret of the first string, and the second finger on the third fret of the thickest string, and the first finger on the second fret of the fifth string, right? So this version you can use, or you can use the Justin version. So where you just lift up the first finger and mute the fifth string with the tip of the second finger, right? So these are the two versions that you can use. I really won't recommend the this version of C, so where the pinky is deployed. Okay, I mean from here to switching everything, I mean it may be difficult. So choose whatever you are, choose whatever you are feeling comfortable with, right? So those are the chords. Now coming to the interesting part of the song, the groove. The song goes tick tock tick tock tick tock tick tock. Okay, the rhythm goes like that, right? So it's in the 4x4 pattern. So now we have to replicate that on Guitalele. So the easiest way you can replicate it is using the down of strum, down up. But somehow it loses that groove, right? So what I am going to show you another thing that you can do is that, so let's say I am starting with the G chord. So what you are doing is, it will be a little difficult than just strums, because it involves picking of the strings. So something like this, not completely picking or not completely strumming, in between something. I'll show you how I am going to do that, or how I am performing that one. So for G major chord, we'll start with the fourth string, and for the C major chord, we'll start with the sixth string of doing the same thing. Okay, so that's how we are going to play the song, the groove, right? For the G major chord, what we are going to do, what I am doing on the strings, I'm showing you now. So I am taking the most numbered string, or the most bass string that chord use, right? For the G major chord, I am using this fourth string, right? This fourth string I am using. So what I am doing is that, you can do two ways. You can simply pluck that string and perform the up strum. Okay, and you repeat that. Okay, that's one thing that you can do. The other thing that you can do is that you can simply brush, not only the brush, I mean kind of, it's not the whole strumming, the whole strum goes like this, right? The whole down strum basically plays all the strings, right? But here we are not going to do that. We are just like the up strums, right? Like up strums, we are playing just the thinnest 3 or 4 strings, or thinnest 2 or 3 strings. Here we are just playing the thickest 2 strings of that chord, right? So for G chord, this is the fourth string and the third string. Okay, it may require some practice if you are doing this kind of stuff for the first time. So try that. Okay, and for the C chord we are doing the same thing with the 5th and 6th string. So we are just brushing the 5th and 6th string and then the up strum. Apply a little pressure when you are doing the up strum. The usual up strum is like this. Okay, so here again the dynamics comes into play, right? So a little more pressure and than your regular up strum. So your regular up strum sounds like this. Okay, but this one sounds like this. Okay, something like, I mean, you are forcefully trying to pluck the string. Okay. Okay, so that's how the groove goes of the song. Now the chord progression. The chord progression is pretty easy for this song. So what you are doing is that we are playing the G major chord for the 2 bars. So and then C major chord 2 bars. No, sorry, 4 bars. And then again G major chord 4 bars. And the song repeats the same way. So G G C C C C G G G G C C C C G G G G C C C C G G G G, and it repeats, okay, until the end. So there is no change in that chord progression. I am playing once what I just demonstrated. So G starting with the G major of 2 bars. Okay, it goes like this way. And here is the simple down of strum version of the same thing. If you can't do it with the string plucking and all, so you can simply switch to this down up version. So starting with the G major once again. Okay, and you can play like this way throughout the whole song. You also most probably have felt it, right? So there is something missing in the second version, right? So the groove that it goes this way, right? So it goes in the song like this. Okay, that tick tock tick tock tick tock tick tock feeling, so that's missing in the second strum, I mean second version of the song, right? What I think is that because whenever we are playing in the first version, what we are doing is that we are applying pressure both on the downside and on the upside. So it blurs the boundary of downstrum and upstrum in the first version. But in the second version we are using the normal regular downstrum and upstrum. So we are applying pressure on the down, but we are not applying that much pressure back on the up. So so there is a difference in between. But in the actual song, if you listen to it, they are both almost the similar, right? So maybe that's why the second version doesn't sound that much. and it's worth the effort of plucking the string to play the first version. Listen to the song, try to play along, and let me know in the comments how it goes.